The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to the Happiness Jungle TV show with yours truly, the Chief Happiness Officer, Lindy Eldridge. And I am so excited today to share with you a very good friend of mine. And we met through network marketing. We met through a phone call. That was our first introduction. But this woman is going to share with all of you how you can make a difference in a living while making a difference. Let me say that again. How to make a living.
How to make money.
How to make money.
While making a difference.
While making a difference. And she is just so wonderful, so valuable. So hang tight and get excited with the information that she's going to share, because she's going to share with you, when you have passion within you, you can make a living at that. So there's something inside of you that you really believe in, that you really want to take advantage of. You really want to work it so you can make a difference while making a living. And that's what Cami Baker is all about. And I am just so honored to have her on today on our show. Hi, Cami.
Hi.
Oh, Cami, I am so excited. I could not ask to be more honored, because your message is so powerful and so crystal clear. You know, our backgrounds aren't always easy. And sometimes we have people that they're just confused and stuck. They have no idea how to continue on to create a living. And they think that there is no solution, that they're stuck. So I'm going to ask you to share some really powerful tips. Give them a little bit of a background about who you are, because you're amazing. You're incredible.
Well, thank you for saying so. And, you know, I like to really let people understand what this cause marketing thing is all about. So when I say let's make money while we're making a difference, what the heck is cause marketing? You know, if you have a cause that you're passionate about, you've got a purpose, animals, young people, the elderly, Alzheimer's, cancer, whatever it is that you're really, really passionate about, why not take the opportunity to use that cause in such a way that you're helping them to fundraise, awareness activities, and use it as a way to market your own business. I learned how to do this over the years, and when I say cause marketing, people are like, what does that mean? It means cause-based marketing, being able to use that cause as a way to market yourself in a win-win-win for everyone. And over the years, what happened was, I was doing this antique car show years ago as a real estate agent, and I'm doing this car show, and people were wanting to give us money to put their car in the car show. And I was doing it just to promote my business, but my assistant said, well, why don't we take their money? And I said, well, I don't want to make a couple $100. I want to, you know, have this car show to promote my business. Well, the next year we started taking the money. I said, I don't want to put the money in my pocket. Let's donate it. So I found a place called the Live and Let Live Farm, which is a place in Concord, New Hampshire that rescues horses. Wow. So I started giving the money to that organization, and here are some great things that I found out about this, and I just learned by default. I started this just to promote my business, and it took just about 3 years ago when I started hanging out with heart-centered people like yourself about how many people are wanting to make a difference, but they're waiting. They're waiting to have enough money and enough time, and when their business is successful in 10 or 20 years, then they're going to give back. Then they're going to start donating their time and money. Or they're donating time and money now, but it takes away from their business. I'm teaching people, I'm helping them see, look, you can do both. Not only can you do both, but it's a win-win-win for everyone. So this car show, we start donating money to the Live and Let Live Farm, and now, instead of it being Cami Baker doing a car show, I'm a RE/MAX agent, blah, 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 now it's, hey, listen, doing this car show, proceeds go to the Live and Let Live Farm. was just hoping you put a flyer in the window, and it created rapport. And people would say, I love antique cars. My dad has antique cars. My neighbor's got 10 of them in a garage. I'd love to come. I'd love to support. I love the Live and Let Live farm. We've adopted horses from there. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Now I'm not talking about me. Now I'm talking about other things outside of me. And then after 10 or 15 minutes, it would be, so what do you do anyway? And it opened the door to relationships, to resources, revenue, relationships that rock, because I had something outside of myself to talk about. And now, years later, I've been able to do it with Ronald McDonald House.
Wow.
Yeah. I've been able to do it with a lot of bigger companies that understand when you can show the marketplace that you care, when everything is equal. Starkist tuna for one. Years and years ago in the 90s, they put on their can of tuna, dolphin safe.
That's right.
And people started paying 5 cents more per can because they knew that this was dolphin safe, right? And so people want to do business with companies that care, that are giving back, that want to make the world a better place, that want to help the children, that want to help the animals, that want to bring awareness to cancer, et cetera, et cetera. So it gives you a lot of different reasons why it is such a benefit. And as a networking expert, it gives us something to talk about outside of ourselves. We go to a networking event, and instead of our boring 30-second, hey, this is all about me, I'd love your referrals, you can talk about the event, you can talk about the cause, and people like that. They want to do business with people who are doing things in the community. All things being equal, 2 realtors, one who's out for themselves, one who's marketing a car show for a Live and Let Live farm or the Cancer Society or something. Guess who people want to do business with?
People that care.
People that care.
Wow, people that care. There are so many of you that are sitting home right now enjoying our show and saying, what is it that I'm most passionate about? That could be a multiple of a lot of different things. You could be a crafter. There's a lot of wonderful crafters out there. Whatever it is that you are striving for that's going to make you feel wholesome, you're going to be able to take yourself to a whole different level because you're going to be able to pay it forward. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Paying it forward, making a difference, and collaborating with other like-minded people.
And not only just paying it forward, but also being able to, when you can be let me give you a story.
Yeah.
I have a client, John Morton. John came to me because he wanted to be a better networker. He wanted people to see him as a leader, as a contribution. He's a great business person, very well dressed, very well presented, but people weren't really taking him seriously as a business person. So I said, well, what are you passionate about? He said, I'm passionate about veterans and I'm passionate about animals. I am a veteran and I have rescue animals. And I said, ding, 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 because what I teach my clients is we want to stay away from politics and religion because the whole point of cause marketing is to do something wonderful that gives you something to talk about that doesn't create a controversy or you having to explain or defend your position. I always tell people, if you're really passionate about your church, make money with veterans or animals or young people or the elderly or something like that, and then you got plenty of money to donate to your church.
Beautiful.
Keep it on something that is just great, that everybody wants to talk about. You're not defending your position on things. Who doesn't want to help the veterans and the pups, right?
True.
So some of the steps are, okay, well, you want to do cause marketing. Some people know exactly what they want. Cancer, that's my thing, right? Or some people not really sure. And so part of the ways for them to understand is, okay, are you local? Is your business local, like a real estate agent? Are you regional? Are you national, like a coach? Are you international? Are you doing something international? And so you want to find and do you want to create your own organization?
Wow.
Or do you want to tap into an organization that already exists? And I go through different reasons of why either way is great, pros and cons of all of it. This particular gentleman said, you know what, don't really want to create my own thing, but I have found a dozen or so organizations that do this. I'm going to pick one that resonates. So he found one that resonated with him called Hero Pups, where they take heroes that are veterans and first responders, and they partner them up with a dog, so that they can help each other out. The dog doesn't get euthanized. The person who has trauma has a partner. You know, it's study after study that animals bring love into your life, right?
They do.
Right? And so this is something that he's passionate about. Now, through my coaching and through us working together, he is the media representative for them. And now when he goes out to networking events, he is the representative of Hero Pups.
Wow.
And he can talk about veterans and animals. Everybody's dad, their sister, their brother, they know somebody that's a veteran. That tugs at their hearts. They know animals. They love animals. It gives him such a beautiful ground to meet people on. And there's a big difference when you're at a networking event. And so, what do you do? Like everybody says. Or having a beautiful conversation and then them saying, so, what do you do anyway?
Right.
That is where the magic is. That's when people really care about what you do. That's when you can now not only benefit, in this case, the veterans and the pups, and make public awareness and raise funds and get board members, but now people get to know you and you're building your business.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
That's powerful. And when you're meeting people, there are so many people out there that have no funds. That they're so stuck. They think that they have to have a whirlwind of money. And in today's world, you don't. You don't. You could even start meeting people and you could get sponsorships. Wow. That is tremendous. You teach this. You coach on this. Cami, I remember we've known each other now for a few years.
Yep.
And I remember you saying, I'm going to write a book. I'm going to write a book. And I said, I know you are. I said, there's no doubt in my mind that you're not going to be an author. And you're an author today.
And you're an author times
I'm an author times several times, right? Co-authoring in books, right? And authoring books and being able to be from your heart. So many people have a book within them. They constantly, just like you and I said one day, or saying today, I want to be an author. I want to write a story. I want to write children's stories. I want to write real stories. You can do that. You can do that. You can do whatever it is that you really want to do. It's tapping into those that have already done it and are where you want to go.
And can I share something about that with the whole book thing? I talk to people all the time that are waiting for their book to be published. People are waiting. Listen, I've got a whole thing in my book about the difference between have, do, be versus be, do, have. People waiting to have that book so then they can go do the speaking or do whatever, and then they'll be successful. They'll be that author, you know. And I talk about, no, be, do, have. Be. I am the author of the forthcoming book, Mingle to Millions.
Say that again.
I am the author of the forthcoming book.
The forthcoming book.
Whatever it is.
And meaning that it is not published yet.
Right. But whatever book you have in you, you are the author of the forthcoming book. And that is enough for people to say, oh, you are? Wow, that's interesting. So I learned to do that. I was the author of the forthcoming book long before it came out. And I didn't even know the name of it. I was the author of a different name.
Right.
And it came out something different. But people, so you can be the author of the forthcoming book, and then you start doing what that person would do. You can start getting yourself booked so that you can be that author. You can be that success.
Yes.
If you're waiting for that book, I tell people all the time, you say, well, Cami, I can't, because I also teach people how to get on stage.
Right.
Teach people how to, you know, use the platform of being in the public eye so that people see you as the expert and the credible authority, and they want to hire you as a coach or a trainer for their company or what have you. And I say, do you know the material you're putting in your book? Absolutely, I do. If I were to pay you $10,000 right now to teach me what is in that book, could you do it? Well, yeah. Then why aren't you doing it? Why are you waiting for the book? Now, don't get me wrong. A book is the best calling card you'll ever have. I've got two in my purse. I meant to hold it up. But when I tell people I'm an author,
And what is the name of your book?
The name of the book is Mingle to Millions, The Art and Science of Building Business Relationships and Mastering Referrals. And I just happen to have, no, I don't. I have in my jacket. But my business card is a bookmark.
Right.
So that in and of itself says, hey, I'm an author. Here's a bookmark that goes with my book, all that. But you can do that now.
That's right.
Get your business card to be your bookmark, right? And even if you're not that far along, even if you don't know, but you have an idea, you could already be coaching that.
That's right.
You can already be sharing that information. You don't need to wait for your book.
That's right.
Waiting for a book is almost procrastinating at its best.
It is.
It's an excuse as to why you're not getting on stages. You're not getting clients yet because you don't have your book. You're not getting booked on stages. I spoke to somebody the other day and I said, you know what? My book just came out in February. Just came out in February. I've spoken hundreds of times in front of groups as small as 2 people and as large as 30,000 for the last 10, 12 years. My book just came out. I don't listen to those excuses.
That's right.
Don't do that to yourself.
Don't do that.
Don't sit around making excuses about waiting. Be, do, then you'll have.
I love that. I love that.
Be an author. Be a coach. Be a speaker. Be an inspiration.
That's right.
Be that what you say you are. And when you be it, then you will do what that person will do. And then you'll have what they will have.
My goodness. Wow. We all have such greatness within us. Each and every one of us have greatness within. You are a shining star. Never, ever forget that. You are the master of your tomorrow. You have the steering wheel. Where are you driving yourself to? Don't allow anybody to control that. You know, it gives us great pleasure to be able to mentor others, to accomplish things that we have accomplished. One of the best things that I love about you, Cami, is that you're so transparent. You're so real and authentic. And I love that. That's why I wanted you on my show. Because we've all come from some stuff in our lives. But we're not allowing that to hold us back. We're using it as fuel to get us to where we want to go.
Well, and not only that, I'm so glad that you bring up the whole transparency thing. Because one of the things I've learned over the years, of all these times that I spoke, and I would speak, but I never really resonated with the audience enough that I was gaining clients or making a business of it. And what I've learned is we have to be able to, as speakers, as coaches, as mentors, as human beings, be able to relate to people. And now when I get on a stage, the very first thing I talk about is my alcoholism. I put it right out there.
Speak to our audience, Cami.
I let people know, listen, it's real easy to stand up here, nice hair, holding the book, and it's real easy to and to have people in the audience say, well, yeah, you can do it. You wrote a book. I can't do it. I don't know that. 15 years ago, I would wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I would keep drinking the drink that I had from the night before.
Wow.
I was wanting to commit suicide, and the only reason I didn't was because my daughter was less than 2 years old, and I didn't want her to grow up wondering what was so wrong with her that Mommy would rather die.
Wow.
And I would watch Jerry Springer.
Oi.
Horrible.
None of that.
In a bad place. So I decided one day that if it was up to me. There was nobody going to get me sober but me. And my daughter deserved better. I didn't want to be that mother laying on the couch that she was embarrassed of. I didn't want to be this person that I had become. And so I stepped into going to a 12-step program. I started reading books. I started asking for help. Whether you're getting sober, whether you're getting into business, whether you are looking for spirituality, whether you are going through getting past an illness, find someone who has been there and done that before you. I found mentors who knew what it was like to be drunk on a daily basis. They didn't do it anymore, and they helped me to not do it either.
Wow.
And I share that story with people because I say, listen, you may be a single mom. You say, well, I can't go network and meet people and start a business. I got kids. I don't have babysitters. I don't have money. I have a drinking problem. I have this, that, and the other. Hey, listen, I know all your excuses because I said them.
That's right.
And if I can put the bottle down, and if I can go from living in a mobile home on food stamps, drunk every day, to writing a book and standing on a stage or being blessed enough to meet people that trust me, honor me, and respect me enough to have them on their TV show, you can too.
Absolutely. What you manifest, you can have. But you have to manifest. You have to manifest positivity into your life. You have so much going for you. You do. What is it that you want? And here's another thing. If you want something bad enough and you're hanging around with the Debbie Downers, you need to stop that. It's up to you. You need to manifest where you want to be in life. Change your influence that's around you. If you are the smartest person in the room,
Shame
you're
on
in
you.
the wrong room.
Shame on you.
In the wrong room.
Don't be the smartest person in the room.
Do not be the smartest person in the room. It doesn't work.
Do you know, I saw Ashton Kutcher.
You can't grow.
Ashton Kutcher, the guy from that 70s show.
I like him.
You know what? He is a savvy, smart businessman. He's not a stoner.
You met him?
Yes.
How'd you meet him?
At what was Sage Summit in Chicago 2 years ago.
What?
He said, when he was asked from the stage, he said, to what do you attribute all of your success? He has a part of like 600 businesses.
Right.
He's a businessman. He said the smartest thing he ever did was get in a room of people that knew more than him and shut his mouth.
Boom.
He said he sat in that room for 2 years not saying a word until he had something worth saying.
That's right.
And that's how he got to be as smart as he is today and doing what he does. Every time I get interviewed, I've been interviewed on podcasts and radio and things like this, and people will say, well, what's that one piece of advice you give people? Exactly what you just said. The best piece of advice I can give you is this: change your playgrounds and your playmates.
Amen.
When you change your playgrounds and your playmates, and you change who you're hanging out with. Look, when I was drunk, I was sitting on a bar stool. I was.
Who was next to you?
Right. I had to, thank God, my drinking had gotten to a point where I just totally alienated and didn't even have friends. It was it was a sad thing. You think, oh, what a breakdown, you're all by yourself. Thank God, I was all by myself. I had nowhere to go but places to go, places where people didn't drink.
Right.
Change your playgrounds and playmates. Don't just go to networking events that are free.
No.
Because anybody can go to a free networking event. Go to one where you paid $50.
Right.
Instead of 100 people there that are there for the free food and the free beer,
That's right.
there might only be 20 people, but guess what? They paid $50 or $100 to get in too. Or go to an event where it costs you $500 for a plane ticket. Because guess what? It did everybody else too. Change your playgrounds and playmates. Garbage in, garbage out.
Amen. And you could start manifesting your dreams, and it could take you years. It could take you months. It could you don't know. But as long as you keep manifesting and dreaming and throwing out into the universe loud enough so the universe could hear, it will come to you. Cami, I am so excited. I have been manifesting being a part of Les Brown. You know who Les Brown is, right? I am now a co-brand partner with Mr.
Yes,
Les
you
Brown.
are.
Hello. I manifested that. That's been going on in my life since 1986. 1986! You do the math, right? But because I never gave up on that part of my dream, this year it happened. And it's a blessing. I also want to share with people, you don't have any money, then you have things in your home that you could sell, that you don't need, that you're not even using.
And you can stop watching TV too.
Stop watching television. Sell the things that could help you advance and replace them when you have accomplishments. And by goodness, stop watching television, except for this show.
Only good stuff, like the health.
Seriously, good
like
stuff.
the History and Discovery Channel. And
History,
and
Discovery,
stuff like this.
Ellen. Okay, the Ellen Show, Oprah. I mean, those are good shows that could really bring us into where we want to go into.
Garbage in, garbage out.
But
Good stuff in, good stuff
soap
out.
operas do not serve you. Do not serve you. None of that stuff serves you. So be careful what you're watching. And if you're around others and they're watching something and you're watching it with them, look at them and go, whoa, I am not with smarter people than I am. And I'm not talking about the night that we're all just chilling out and, laying low.
Do you remember us talking about the 30, 30, and 30 rule that I
do.
heard of? Think about the people that are in your life. 30% of them should be your contemporary, if you follow this. 30% should be your contemporaries, someone that you can hang out with, mastermind with, share information with, grow with, and be equal financially, spiritually, etc. 33% of them should be people that are at a level you want to be at. Les Brown, people you can grow from, people that nurture you and grow you and challenge you. And when they say something to you, you're like, oh, no, I haven't done that, but I should. And that can be reading books. It can be going to seminars. It can be finding a mentor that you can go have coffee with. That's the 33% of your time. The other 33% are people that aren't quite where you are, but they're open to growing and learning, people that you can mentor, people that you can raise up to your level.
Paying it forward, taking those that don't have it, but you've already been there, you could help them while you're growing with the others.
But they have to be open to that.
Yes.
Not people that are dragging you down. So when I heard this rule, I would look at people in my life and I would think, which 33% are they in?
Right.
Are they my contemporaries? Can I grow and learn from them? Can I teach them? Because if they're one of those people that are telling you can't do things, or they'd rather be sitting on the bar stool,
they're jealous. They don't want you to grow.
If they're not one of those 33% places, don't hang out with them.
Cami, I cannot believe it, but we are almost out of time. Yeah, we are. But I want everybody to be able to get in touch with you. You are an amazing mentor, an amazing coach. You are somebody who is smarter than the average bear, who has been through life and who loves to challenge your tomorrow to make sure that you rise to the top. And I watch you all the time. And that's what you do. Share with the audience how to get a hold of you.
I love to say that I am real, raw, relatable, and reachable. And I am not afraid to put my cell phone number out there or my email or
Give
anything.
it to 'em.
You can call me at 603-785-2598. You can go to my website, Cami Baker, and we'll have that here in the spelling, CamiBaker.com, Cami at CamiBaker.com. You can go to my YouTubes, you can go to my Facebook, you can go to my Mingle to Millions on Facebook, etc. And remember, the cause marketing gives you something to talk about when you go out. If you're one of those people who's afraid to go network and afraid to go out and meet people, when you've got a cause that you are marketing, hello.
Hello. Everybody, I've never said life was easy, but I did say you could be happier. This is Lindy Eldridge, the Chief Happiness Officer of the Happiness Jungle. Cami Baker, thank you so much. Don't leave me hanging. Thank you, everybody.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.